Asking the Experts, Offsite Construction, Policy and Regulatory Reform. Why do we need off-site industrialized construction?
Research by HUD in 2005 found that, quote, code officials at the local level have the legal authority to accept or reject the application of any new building product or system innovation. They can be the ultimate showstopper, unquote. The authority having jurisdiction, the municipality has the authority in our federalist system for the interpretation of the IRC and the IBC. They can layer on additional regulations to augment these codes. What this means is that the code official on the ground has the legal authority to accept or reject off-site construction.
What is the current state of off-site construction regulations in the U.S.?
We have 50 states. Within those 50 states, about 35 of them have statewide modular regulations. Of those 35 modular regulations, all of them are different. But even beyond that, within those 50 states, we have, 6 figures worth of jurisdictions having authority, with building officials and fire marshals that ultimately have say and the ability to demand unique things out of buildings.
How does code create efficiency in the regulatory process?
The way to understand a modular program and how it works is the efficiencies that it creates in the regulatory process. So for example, and I know we have Cindy Davis from Virginia here in the room, who was sharing with us earlier. So Virginia, a pretty large state, right? They have about 2 to 3 people that manage their modular program. That's pretty darn efficient for a state-run program, correct? Because they utilize the advantages of having a third-party inspection agency that are working on behalf of the state to do inspections in the factories, to do plan reviews, and they hold the authority to audit them and hold them accountable in order to keep their license to do that type of work in the states.
If we think about sort of the site-built process, it was fine to have a statewide code or even a local code, because a builder can decide, I'm just going to work, within this general area and comply with these specific requirements. But if we talk about moving to an industrialized process where a large chunk of capital investment is being put into factories to develop panelized systems, modular systems, it doesn't pencil out anymore to have various different processes within different states or within different localities to be able to retool that industrialized process every single time to meet the needs of a particular state or locality. So the offsite construction standards that we developed with the Modular Building Institute is really to help provide that level of consistency so that we can get to that level of industrialization that we're really looking at, while still recognizing those nuances at the state or local level, whether there are, particular hazard conditions or some of that. But if we can make sort of the process for demonstrating that compliance more streamlined, that really allows the efficiencies in the offsite construction process to actually work.
What can public officials do to improve the implementation of offsite construction?
Right now, one of the biggest challenges is the fragmentation across the country. Getting statewide regulations is, of course, of paramount importance. Getting national consistency would really drive scale.
Thank you for watching. To learn more, visit ivoryinnovations.org/offsite.